Welcome back, adventurers. On September 17th, 2025, SeaWorld Orlando announced a new attraction was coming to SeaWorld Orlando. It's always exciting to hear about a new attraction, a new ride, and so this will be the newest ride at SeaWorld Orlando. They've done really well in the last few years of getting a new one out every year. Granted, they've been a little delayed on a few of them, so we'll see how they do trying to get this ride out. It is supposed to be out for 2026. No dates set in stone just yet, so we will see. But let me read the announcement that SeaWorld put out. Prepare to dive into an unforgettable journey beneath the waves on the world's first-of-its-kind suspended dark ride. Opening in 2026, SeaQuest Legends of the Deep takes families on an awe-inspiring voyage into the ocean's most extraordinary realms. Step aboard a state-of-the-art submersible and discover dazzling ecosystems, legendary sea life, and breathtaking stories of resilience and wonder. So it also goes on to say that SeaWorld's next big adventure surfaces in 2026, and that on the ride, guests will embark on a vibrant submersible adventure through dazzling undersea ecosystems where they'll encounter extraordinary life forms, breathtaking environments, and inspiring stories of the sea. This groundbreaking attraction plunges explorers into an environment of awe and mystery, guided by the Sea Collective's adventure team. So it sounds like a really exciting ride. Hopefully the theming on this is a whole lot better than Expedition Odyssey. I love Expedition Odyssey from the aspect of just getting to see what the sea life looks like, what things look like in the Arctic, so that is fun. But I was really hoping for something more along the adventure feel, so I'm very excited that this is supposed to be going that direction. We will see, of course, how SeaWorld does executing on this as they move forward. Now, I want to comment on a few additional things about the ride, do a little bit of speculation as we proceed here. I know nothing beyond what you guys know from the announcement that they made, so this is all purely conjecture, speculation on my part, and if you're curious where I think the ride is going to be located in the park, make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video. I will show you on Google Maps where I believe the ride could be located. Again, I don't know, but hang on to the end and we'll discuss it. Now, this new ride is supposed to be a suspended dark ride. Now, this will not, of course, be the first suspended dark ride in Orlando, because there's already Peter Pan's Flight at Magic Kingdom and E.T. Adventures at Universal Studios Orlando. So SeaWorld, once again, is a little late to the game bringing one of these types of rides to the park, but sometimes better late than never, right? So exciting news that they're bringing it. Now, if you're like me, what in the world is a suspended dark ride? So I went on YouTube and found a video of what a suspended dark ride looks like, and if my understanding is correct, this is supposedly coming out from the company Vekoma, V-E-K-O-M-A, so maybe Vekoma, not sure on the pronunciation, but they are a ride manufacturer of suspended dark rides. So I was looking at the video. It's very interesting, the different theming you can do with it, from how the ride works itself. It can be one level, and then it looks like they could make it so it suspends up to an upper level, and then obviously back down and around. It can have so many different ride seats, whether it's they show a basket, they're showing a way you can be interactive in the ride with the participation type element, almost like a laser tag type situation, which would be very interesting if that was included in this ride at SeaWorld. Hopefully. It would be an interesting way to see this pan out. So it's interesting. There's a lot of ways this ride can develop, so we'll find out what they're going to do with that in the future. Now, of course, there's no definite opening date for the ride in 2026. We'll all just have to be patient and wait for it. Now, the one thing that I have read recently, and this was from a WESH 2 news article, it was talking about both Universal changing things with their Hollywood Rip Ride roller coaster being removed from the park, and it mentions kind of in passing, but that SeaWorld Orlando had also filed permits for a planned project that spans more than 3.5 acres. So that gives you a little bit of an idea of the size of the ride, and because SeaWorld's getting a little cramped for space within the main part of the park without making any major renovations to, say, the parking lot or some of the rides that are already there in the park, rides and attractions in the park. So they're kind of limited on what they can do kind of going forward. So, but this is a plan for a 3.5 acre area, and from what I am reading, it says the project consists of an addition of a building and will not impact the existing pond serving the project site. Proposed infrastructure includes parking, sidewalks, utilities, and drainage collection and conveyance. So of course those are things that have to be included when doing this. The leaders have already approved demolition and site clearing permits for this project, meaning the work could start very soon. Now, it's no surprise, of course, that SeaWorld is trying to expand their park. They're trying to get more people in with the expansion of Universal to Epic Universe. Disney talking about is it a 5th park now or 6th park? I'm confused as how many they have. But onto another park. Of course, SeaWorld is wanting to attract more of the tourism dollars to themselves, so they're trying to create new attractions that people will want to come and see. Now, let me tell you where I think it is possible the new ride, SeaQuest, will be located in the park. So I have Google Maps pulled up for you guys to see here. And so let me see if I can get this as centered as possible. So we see the main layout of the parking lot. So that gives you guys an idea of what's going on here. Let me kind of pull in a little bit. We know that there's going to be 2 new hotels. One is going to be by Discovery Cove, and my understanding is it is going to be in this area over here. It's either on this side down here in that direction, or it's up here. I heard something about a parking lot being removed, so it could be back this area, then the parking lot. I'm not positive. It's one of those 2 plots, but there's supposed to be one at Discovery Cove, and then this area back here, this behind the Nautilus Theater, Waterfront Grill, and of course has a backdrop of Kraken and Mako. I always wanted to confuse those two. There's supposed to be a 500 and something room hotel back here. Now, quick thoughts. I'm getting to my point of where I think this ride's going to go, but let me explain. With this, they're planning on building a conference center at this hotel. So this area becomes a hotel. It's going to have, I don't know where they're going to do employee parking, perhaps over across at Aquatica, or there's another parking area. We'll get to that in just a moment, but this area is supposed to become a hotel with direct entrance into the park, probably somewhere through here or behind Waterway Grill, somewhere in these areas. There will be access to the park. So that's a hotel. We know what that is. Now, of course, SeaWorld has, this is their main parking lot. This is what we call turtle parking, and it goes all the way out into this grass lot back here. I believe all of this actually back out through here is all SeaWorld Orlando. So they have plenty of space still to park people. And of course, this is the executive building. So where would they put this ride? I don't think it can go anywhere over here without them messing up things with the rescue center, so it cannot go on this side of the park. They could come out and work into this front parking lot, but I really don't see that happening. And because they've already said this back here will be a hotel, resort type situation, it's not going to go back there. They can't do much more back behind Sesame Land here because of the water filtration system. It's got to be there for Orca Stadium. So it can't be there. So where can it go? Well, I don't believe it's this front parking lot area. They're not going to take out ports of call just yet. I think once the conference center is built in the resort, I do believe that this could be gone. There's really not a need for it then if they have the resort center. So I believe, because they're not going to do that just yet, because they're not that far along. I believe from what I have seen, it is going to be back here. Now, how they're going to get people through there, I don't know. But this is just my hypothesis, and again, it's a hypothesis. I'll explain to you really quickly why I think that. There was a project years ago, before some shakeups, the pandemic, things like that were going on. There was a plan for a ride to go behind Bayside Stadium. So I'm going to show you the picture. I found it again on Reddit. There was a plan for a ride to go back there. So I think that's probably most likely the place that they're going to plan to put it. There's supposed to have been a massive redesign of the entrance, a parking garage, all these things, which I think are still in the works, just delayed just a little bit. But I think they might be going ahead with bringing kind of the park back out this way a little bit and bringing in a ride back here behind Bayside Stadium, a little bit behind Wild Arctic. Now, is that Ports of Call gone? Potentially. It very well could be that Ports of Call is going away. That could be they're just like, hey, we're good. We'll just go ahead and get rid of this, figure it out. But I kind of think it's more in this parking lot area. I don't know. Let me know in the comments where you think it's going to be. Let me know if you're excited about this new ride coming to SeaWorld Orlando. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them down in the comment section as well, and I will do my best to answer them. Again, just a reminder, this is a hypothesis. I do not know, just an assumption on my part. But thank you guys for watching and to the move. We'll talk to you guys next time.